a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. In the first drive, they were moving the ball okay. Then the interception. Now time to regroup after giving up the score.
Yeah, I noticed.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll run with Sanders. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Second and goal from the 1. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play, and we might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Another run with McAllister. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Mills. He'll let it fly for Austin. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by James Bradbury. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff to McAllister. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mills to throw it. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Mills. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Jackson going to run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And oh, it's blocked. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills under pressure. They got him again. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing is Jackson. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Off the play fake, Mills. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get 1st half scores just like this one.
And his throw is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now Jackson on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play action now. Jackson. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
As you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
122 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play fake, Mills. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Running right, here's McAllister. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A first down throw for Mills. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mills again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's of yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Able to slither by. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Minshew's throw complete there to Bateman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jackson going deep here for Watkins. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of his end zone, Mills. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick six TD. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll go again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Elliott Good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here. And now here is another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Philadelphia, they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week as they will take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.